Hey there! When was the last time you felt super safe in your own life? Can't even remember, right? Just kidding! Well, today we're spilling the beans on those people who always feel on top of the security game, the top 5 billionaires with the toughest security worldwide. From dodging kidnappings to avoiding the scary A-word assassinations, these big shots have their own personal bodyguards, making sure they're always in the clear. Bodyguards used to be reserved for the VIP squad. You know, royalty, celebs, and politicians. But with more rich folks popping up, everyone's looking for that extra layer of protection. So, what makes someone worth guarding? Hang tight, and you're about to find out. We're about to spill all the tea on the 5 billionaires with the toughest security out there. Welcome to Luxo-Life, your partner in life. If you're digging today's video, give it some love. Hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and do us a solid by sharing it with your crew. Let's spread the word. Alright, no more waiting. Let's dive into the juicy details. Let's talk about Jeff Bezos, the man who practically swims in money. I mean, being one of the richest people on the planet, you'd think he's gotta have some serious security measures in place, right? Absolutely. So, Jeff Bezos doesn't just rely on his charming smile to stay safe. He's got a squad of bodyguards to back him up. And it's not just about him. The guy's got a fortune of around $200 billion. That kind of wealth doesn't just come with a fancy house and a private jet. It also comes with a ton of safety concerns. Bezos isn't just concerned about his own well-being. He's invested in making sure his family, friends, and close colleagues are all under the protective umbrella. I mean, when you're rolling in that kind of dough, you've got to think about the people close to you, right? So, picture this, Bezos with his billions, not only beefing up his personal bodyguard game, but also going the extra mile with top-notch security measures. It's a whole operation, folks, because when you're at the top, safety isn't just about you, it's about everyone in your inner circle. And that's just a tip of the iceberg when it comes to the safety concerns that tag along with being Jeff Bezos. The higher you climb on the wealth ladder, the more you've got to watch your back. So, next time you see Jeff Bezos with that relaxed smile, just know there's a whole fortress of security behind it, for him and his crew. Alright, let's dive into the world of Mark Zuckerberg, the mastermind behind Facebook. You might think running the biggest social media platform on the planet comes with its fair share of challenges, and you're absolutely right, especially when it comes to personal security. So, since the year 2015, Zuckerberg has been dropping a cool $20 million every year just on keeping himself safe and sound. And no, it's not just about a fancy alarm system. We're talking serious business here. A whopping $7.3 million of that budget is reserved for his own personal bodyguards. That's right, Zuckerberg has what some like to call a Zuckerberg secret police. Rumor has it that this elite squad consists of 16 full-time guards working in shifts, making sure Zuck is covered 24/7, whether he's chilling at home or jet-setting around the globe. I mean, that's some serious dedication to the CEO's safety. Now let's put this into perspective. Zuckerberg's annual security spending is setting records, not just for Facebook, but for any big-shot CEO out there. To give you an idea, over a decade ago, it was Larry Ellison, the tech executive for Oracle, who held the title for the highest security expenses, and that was a mere $1.8 million. Considering Facebook's reputation for scooping up heaps of personal data and selling it like hotcakes, it's no wonder Zuckerberg wants to keep his own life on the down low. In the past year alone, Facebook coughed up a whopping $23 million to ensure their CEO is covered. That's the cost of being at the helm of a tech giant, I guess. Your privacy doesn't come cheap. Buckle up, because we're delving into the world of El Chapo Guzman, the infamous drug lord whose life behind bars is practically a Hollywood script. This guy's got a rap sheet that reads like a thriller novel, and despite being thrown behind prison walls multiple times, he's always been the Houdini of escapes. Fast forward to 2016, and El Chapo finds himself in the 10th South Prison in the heart of Manhattan, New York, after being extradited to the United States. But don't think for a second that this move made life any easier for him. If anything, it cranked up the security to the max. Picture this, armed guards watching El Chapo 24/7. And these guards, they've got their own set of armed guards. It's like a security inception. And when it comes to sleeping arrangements, El Chapo doesn't get the luxury of a routine. Nope, he shuffles through different cells each night, probably keeping the guards on their toes. But it doesn't stop there. Even the food has to pass the taste test from specially trained dogs to sniff out any potential poisonings. I guess that's the price you pay when you're a high-profile inmate with a knack for slipping away. Now, despite being the mastermind behind Mexico's bloody drug wars and having a laundry list of accusations, El Chapo isn't exactly living the high life in 10 South Prison. He's locked in his cell for a whopping 23 hours a day. The only time he gets a break is for court visits with his lawyer. No family calls, no media interactions, nada. And get this, El Chapo's not just sitting around. He's become a poster child for prison reform, complaining about his conditions and lack of outside contact. But here's the kicker. If this escape artist manages to pull off another disappearing act, the heavy security watching him might just find themselves in a real-life action movie, facing the wrath of his victims. Talk about living on the edge. Now let's spill the tea on Queen Elizabeth II's fortress of security. It's like a mix of tradition, intimidation, and a touch of James Bond flair. First up, those iconic tall-hatted Queen's Guards. You know, the ones with the serious marching skills and the poker faces that could rival a pro poker player? Sure, they might seem like a tourist attraction, but trust me, they're no joke. Cross their path and they're perfectly capable of putting you in your place. Now, Buckingham Palace is no slouch in the security game either. Aside from the Queen's Guard, there's a squad of personnel keeping watch around the clock. These folks ditch the toy soldier uniforms, but have their own tales, like the time they almost mistook the Queen for an intruder during one of her late-night strolls. Talk about a royal oops moment. But when it comes to the real heavy-duty protection, enter the Royal Protection Squad. This elite squad, part of Scotland Yard, was born in 1983 and is stacked with up to 185 SAS-trained officers. And let me tell you, they've got different levels of James Bond vibes going on. These guys are the real deal, responsible for 24/7 security, not just for the Queen, but for the entire royal crew and even London's diplomats. So, whether it's the iconic guards doing their fancy marches, the serious-looking Buckingham Palace security, or the James Bond-style Royal Protection Squad, Queen Elizabeth II is surrounded by a security dream team. Because when you're the head of the monarchy, safety isn't just a priority, it's a lifestyle. Now let's dive into the world of Vladimir Putin's security squad. It's like a mystery wrapped in an enigma. So like any political figure in Russia, Putin is backed up by the Federal Protective Service. But here's the catch. Putin's security team is a whole different breed. It's like trying to unravel a puzzle because, truth be told, we don't know much about the inner workings of Putin's protective force. They're like the secret agents of the Federal Protective Service, keeping a tight lid on the details. You've got to wonder, what's going on behind the scenes? Are they trained in the ancient art of ninja stealth? Do they have a secret handshake? Okay, maybe not the handshake, but you get the picture. It's all pretty hush-hush. While other political figures might have security details that spill the beans on their operations, Putin's crew keeps things on lockdown. It's like they've got a manual on how to be secretive while keeping the boss man safe. So, when it comes to Vladimir Putin's security, it's a bit of a mystery. But hey, in the world of politics, maybe a little mystery is just what you need to keep everyone guessing. And let's circle back to that burning question we asked earlier. What makes someone worth guarding? Well folks, we've taken a journey through the lives of some heavy hitters, from Jeff Bezos swimming in his billions, to Mark Zuckerberg dodging data scandals, El Chapo giving prison guards a run for their money, and Queen Elizabeth II surrounded by her poker-faced guards and James Bond-style security. If you're Jeff Bezos, it's not just about personal bodyguards, it's about safeguarding the whole squad, family, friends, colleagues, because, let's face it, when you're rolling in the dough, safety concerns skyrocket. Then there's Zuckerberg, the Facebook maestro, dropping a cool $20 million annually on his security. It's not just about securing his own backyard, it's about being the face of a tech giant with privacy concerns hotter than a freshly brewed coffee. El Chapo, the Houdini of prison breaks, finds himself in the spotlight even behind bars. With guards watching guards and taste testing his meals for poison, it's a real-life drama playing out in the 10 South prison. And Queen Elizabeth II? Well, her security is a mix of tradition, intimidation, and a touch of James Bond flair. From the iconic Queen's Guards with their poker faces to the Royal Protection Squad, it's the security dream team fit for a monarch. Now, Vladimir Putin's security? That's a whole different level of mystery. The Federal Protective Service keeps their operations under wraps, leaving us with more questions than answers. And that concludes our show, Luxo lovers. If you enjoyed today's video, please click the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to share it with others. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to Luxo-Life and hit the notification bell to stay in the loop. Catch you in the next video, Luxo lovers!